I said, hey yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Mojados, and we're back with another video. Hope you guys are doing well. Today we're gonna be talking about everything crypto, what's going on, why I think we're in the final phase of the market, and what to watch out for. So let's talk about all that stuff. For all of you guys who have a short attention span, cannot probably make it past the 30-second mark, you guys can click out this video early because the heat I'm gonna be dropping is gonna be just out of this world. All right, I mean, I know that was corny, but it is what it is. Let's jump right the fuck in. Okay, now we've been talking about Bitcoin, and I have tweets. Like, I usually show you guys my tweets talking about how I was waiting for this to happen. I'm not gonna do that this video because I toot my horn in every single video, and if you guys want to go look at my account, it's Mojados. It's in the description for my Twitter account. Basically, since the bottom here, which we pretty much nailed all the way down here at around 19K, 17K, we bought Bitcoin, ran it all the way up to here to 120. People thought this was the top right here at 108K. Price went down. I still kept saying that we're going to go higher. Again, people didn't think it was going to happen. Even over here, people thought the market was cooked and we were going to go lower. Again and again and again, I was right. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but this is the fucking point of all this shit, is that we try to make best of the market, right? And part of that is trying to figure out what the fuck we're looking at, right? And again, everybody has their own method, and it's simple for me, right? It's just a simple Elliott wave count, and right now, we look at the chart, and we're nearing that fifth wave, right? And you know, to break this down again, I think we're pretty much wrapping up this fifth wave, and it's kind of hard to subdivide. Like, you can make an argument that this is the beginning, like that, and this wave 3 is very long and extended, but there is some problems with this count. But for the video sake and time sake, we're gonna keep it nice and brief for the most part. So again, I do think Bitcoin can run up to maybe 100 and like what 37, maybe 140. If you guys have been following long enough on Twitter, you guys know that my top of the market was 130, 120, and absolute max, I don't see 140, but absolute max would be 140s, simply just because of how the markets work. Usually the fifth wave of Bitcoin does have some overextension on altcoins, which we are now looking at here. This is total. Again, I see a clear 5 waves, right? We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and again, this is old, so we're gonna have to fix this. Pretty much total is following the same pattern we saw for Bitcoin, which is again a long third wave, and we're probably going to end here for a fifth wave. This is again is not as clean. If you were to look here, I mean, again, this is like a 3-wave move inside of this, you know, impulse, and then we're starting to see this correction, which again doesn't have clean subdivision. But again, at the end of the day, if you were just to look at this, trying not to subdivide, it looks like a 5-wave move right now, the way I have it drawn, with 4 ending down here, 5th pretty much loading, right? So again, we just made a new all-time high here for total, and total 2 as well is getting ready to make a new all-time high. Still hasn't touched it just yet. Again, this is total 2, which includes Ethereum. As soon as Ethereum does make a new high here, we will see this, and we're very close actually. This is everything excluding Bitcoin. In total 3, again, looking like it's going to break out as well to make new all-time highs. And the key here for me, guys, is going to be Ethereum leading the way, because we're finally starting to see Bitcoin dominance break down, right? So if Bitcoin dominance is breaking down, again, you know, this is going to be the main element of all of the things that we're waiting to see, because this breakdown is going to allow altcoins to run. Right now, you're seeing Ethereum run, which is the biggest reason why this dominance has fell so hard. Ethereum went from 1,700 all the way to around 4,600 or 700 as we're watching it live. And again, also, yeah, guys, I'm going to keep telling you guys, we are on the money on all these calls. I bought Ethereum here at 1,700. It's on my Twitter account. You guys can go look at. Fuck it. We're going to actually talk about this one because, you know what? I have a lot of tweets. I'm not going to pull all of them up. But if you guys look here, right, I know that a lot of people talk about, you know, this and that and blah, blah. You know, they claim they do X, Y, and Z. But actually April 22nd, 2025 is basically what I was talking about here. And I even talk about Bitcoin dominance finally starting to fall so I can retire forever. And exactly that happened. You saw it happen over time. Now, again, these things do take time to play out, and you did see it eventually fall. So I was right. And now we're seeing pretty much all coins take the lead. Ethereum make a new all-time high. You're, again, watching this play out in real time. And I do think we will fall all the way down to around 48% for Ethereum, for Bitcoin dominance. Now, Ethereum itself is running up here. I did take some profits on my Ethereum bag here because I do think altcoins are a better play. And, you know, I think Solana is probably going to start gearing up to all-time highs as well. So I just rotated my Ethereum bag into Solana, and you know, even from there, I don't know what that looks like. Another 50% gain to play, compounding my gains. That's the name of the game, guys. Compounding. If you guys are not compounding, you guys are going to lose. So, again, Ethereum had a major breakout. Bitcoin dominance falls, and again, I think that Bitcoin does have more room to run here. How much room? That depends on who you ask. We're very close to all-time highs. Again, we're only like, you know, I guess $1,000 away, right? Like 1% away. So that's going to be fun to watch. The main play for me this whole entire cycle was XRP, which I do believe is gearing up to make another high. 6 months of consolidation after a almost 500% breakout, or actually 600% breakout from the lows. 6 months of consolidation, proving that this is the new low, or the new support level, which was right above the 2021 all-time high. And then consolidating above that, finally breaking back above, making a new high here, and then consolidating above the new area of support, which is at the previous all-time highs from 2018. Doing the same thing before it gets ready to gear up to new all-time highs. How high do we go? I don't have an exact number, but I believe anywhere between the $8 and $12 range is possible. So we'll have to watch and see what the subdivision looks like. But I'm also looking out for the XRP BTC chart because, guys, right now when you look at it, I think that this is a good area of resistance, and it's just a gray box that I drew. It looks like we have around 294% left of, you know, upwards price action. And if you just do simple math, what was that, 294%? If you just do 294% from where we are today, that takes us to around, again, $12. I don't think we get all the way up to 13, but I do think at the same time $15 is the max best case scenario. Again, I'm doubtful that $15 happens this cycle. I do think that 8 to 12 is more likely to happen and more realistic without being super optimistic. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But again, XRP structure is absolutely gorgeous, sitting above the 2018 high right now. Confirmed support level around the 2021 high. This is just taking out supports, getting past resistances, and then establishing a new base to go up again. So all in all, like, guys, I'm talking about the major coins here. Again, there are other plays that, you know, you can take a part of, right? I'm not going to get into too many. I do think one, for example, Crown, something I've been talking about, has taken more of a beating than I expected. But for the most part, I do think the ABC down here is finished. We are getting ready to start a new leg, if you will, and maybe even new highs if we're lucky, above $2. So we'll have to see what happens. Again, 5 waves up, ABC down. This is a clear 5-wave sequence that we've seen before. And, you know, we are holding above this, you know, 50 level, or we're at the 50 level for the RSI, which you can see over here as well. Anytime we float above this level, you can start seeing that that's when Crown started running up again. And anytime we fell below, which is after this, you know, sell-off, pretty much, you know, price trading below was the actual bottom or resistance for it. And again, we're starting to see that finally reverse. And, you know, this is a good sign. This is probably going to start running up here. Maybe the next resistance is going to be around 65 cents. So that should be exciting. Again, let's just see how it all plays out. I mean, this is going to be just a matter of patience. I mean, everything is there for Crown to start running, of course, here, because again, You have Bitcoin dominance starting to break down. I think 48% is going to be when I'm going to be selling pretty much every single thing that I have, because I think the whole market will be tapped out at that point. And again, Ethereum starting to run, which is going to give a lot of runway for alts. XRP looks phenomenal, and I'm waiting for that to start breaking out. Bitcoin is close to all-time highs, which is going to get the headlines going again. Pretty much every single factor that you can ask for is getting ready. And a couple other things that I like to look at, guys, kind of, you know, let's see, let me see if I can find it. A little bit more like, I guess, personal that, you know, people don't really care to look at, which is going to be the stablecoin dominance, right? So this is clear here. Back in 2021, and this blue box is when altcoin season took place. And even though this has been consolidating for almost, you know, 2 years, if you want to call it. Actually, it's been a year now, because March is technically when there was a lot of alts running. I think this inverse head and shoulders, if you actually flip this, does take us much like lower. Like this probably goes even further down or up because it is inverted, which does mean that altcoins probably have a lot more runway. So we'll see how low this goes. But again, this is going to keep fluctuating. It does give us a good idea though on where the next support level will be and where the next bounce can take place. So this is very interesting to me, and I've used this in videos in the past. So if you guys are paying attention to the videos on my account, I do share these things frequently, and you know, these things help me. This is why I've been so spot on. This has only been getting easier and easier. I've been in crypto for a decade, and again, this stuff just becomes easier. I don't post a lot because again, a lot of the shit is people LARPing, sharing super low market cap coins. I mean, I did share Crown here, but I only have like 500 followers here or subscribers on YouTube. So I'm not like controlling and moving markets, but I am giving you guys insight when I can. And also the last thing I want to share here is the DXY, which is starting to bottom out. And again, it is bottoming out as well. It's actually something to be very cautious of because, you know, we are seeing interest rates getting ready to reverse, which is a bad sign. As much as people say it is good, it is actually bad. I do think that that's going to be the top of the market, and this will probably consolidate here for a little bit. And before you know it, once it starts breaking out, this moment in the market is pretty much when we're fucking cooked. You should be out of the market because the dollar is going to take back its dominance. Now, again, the dollar is inflationary. We know that, you know, they're going to keep printing. Over the long term, the dollar is not going to be the play, but at the end of the day, what really boils down to is going to be the fact that there is going to be a rotational play that takes place, and that's going to be soon. Again, it's going to be when the dollar is, you know, starting to gain more dominance here, but it's not there yet. But again, this is something that you want to look out for because all these things are cyclical in nature. So, you know, one thing is going to move and then the next thing is going to move. And again, this is technically contrarian to crypto because as this is breaking down, you can clearly see crypto's skyrocketing, right? So again, once it starts moving back up, you're going to see this, even equities take a hit as well. So, you know, it's just something to add to that list. I mean, there are more things. You can look at M2. Again, we spoke about interest rates, which Trump is trying to get cuts to take place, and many other things. But at the same time, it's going to just boil back down to a few different things. So just be careful out there. Look out for, you know, ETH running up, dominance falling. And again, I'm mainly watching XRP here. I think we get a massive breakout soon, which is going to be fun. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Do not over leverage yourself. Take profits on the way up. This is going to be the last leg of the market. We are literally in the last leg of the fucking market. So do not be stupid. Have exit plans. If you exit, it's possible that you might be selling early, and that's okay. At the end of the day, we want to profit. We want to make sure that we can get ready for the next cycle and do the same thing again. Do not think of this as your last investment. A lot of people have this FOMO where they say, hey, I want to get the maximum dollar. They act like it's the last fucking investment of their life. This is not the last investment of your life unless you want it to be. And it is what it is, right? I mean, listen, just be patient, play it very slow, and, you know, make sure that you're methodical as well in terms of your planning. Make sure that your emotions do not get the best of you because it will happen. I've been in crypto for 10 years. I've seen it. I've been greedy as well. But I'm trying to help you guys. If you guys take this advice, good for you. If you don't, also good for you. Maybe you know something I don't. But I am telling you from experience and people have I've spoken to and the years and experience that, that I've had, right? And at this point, I've made a very good return on crypto. And again, when I say these things, guys, go to my Twitter account. Look at the fucking history. I've been very spot on this whole entire cycle. It's actually the most spot on, excuse me, the most spot on I've been in this entire decade of crypto that I've been in, with the plays that I've been a part of. Excuse me, the plays that I've been a part of, the calls that I've had, and Bitcoin I've been spot on, Ethereum I've been spot on, XRP I've been spot on, even Solana, so I bought it like at $40 a cycle. FET, a lot of killer plays that I've had this cycle. Now again, there will always be small mistakes that you wish you could capitalize on, but the major things for me this cycle have been absolutely phenomenal. You can literally go through my feed. I don't tweet as much as I should be actually, so it'd be easy for you guys. And again, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna be making a lot of fucking money, but take everything I said, into consideration. And yeah, I hope you guys crush it. And as always, hodl, hodl, hodl. Peace.